I'd like to call the Mentor City Council regular meeting for September 2nd, 2025 to order. Tonight's invocation will be given by Councilperson Kirchner.
Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for this day. Help us to use good judgment for the business at hand and guide us in wisdom with a continuing sense of truth and fairness for the community we represent.
All right, Julie, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Kirchner?
Here?
Mr. Krieger?
Here.
Mr. Marne?
Here.
Mr. Blake?
Here.
Mr. Donovan?
He is excused this evening.
Mrs. Dowling? Here.
Okay. Moving on. Right.
Mr. President, before we get into the approval minutes, I would move to appoint Charles Pinkerman for the vacant Ward 3 seat.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Pinkerman. Please come up and get sworn in.
See, Chuck, you get sworn in, so you get sworn at.
Mr. Pinkerman, if you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Charles E. Pinkerman,
I, Charles E. Pinkerman,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and will obey the laws
and will obey the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of the State of Ohio,
and the State of Ohio.
that I will,
I will,
in all respects,
in respects,
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and ordinances
and ordinances
of the Municipality of Mentor,
of the Municipality of Mentor.
and will faithfully
I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
of Ward 3 Councilperson.
Ward 3 Councilperson.
Congratulations, Councilman.
Thank you.
Okay. So congratulations, Mr. Pinkerman. One point for clarification. Is that Chuck, as I knew you on the BZA, or is it Charles? Are we going to be formal?
Chuck is fine.
Chuck is good. Okay, great. All right, so welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on. We'll get to the approval of minutes. Council, you are in receipt of the August 19th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Abstain.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
All right. Tonight, public hearings, we have none. Tabled legislation, we have none. Moving into new legislation, ordinance number 25-0-083.
An ordinance transferring funds, advancing funds, and revising appropriations and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Gronchik, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This ordinance, the majority of it deals with closing out old grants and appropriating funds for upcoming grants. The most significant included in the legislation is for police radios.
Council?
Move to suspend?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Okay, ordinance number 25-0-083 has been approved. Next is ordinance number 25-0-084.
An ordinance accepting and awarding a bid contract to TC Construction Company, Inc. for the Mercantile Drive Concrete Road Reconstruction Project and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President and Council. This is one of our OPWC granted projects, $250,000 in grant funding and $150,000 in zero-interest loans. Mr. Swigger.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. 3 bids were opened on Friday, June 20th for the Mercantile Drive Concrete Road Reconstruction Project. Project consists of concrete road repairs and replacement on Mercantile Drive for basically the entire length of the roadway. The bid summary reviewed by this office is attached to the legislation. 3 bids received range from a low bid of approximately $807,000 to a high bid of approximately $853,000. The bid package consisted of a base bid and no alternates. The best bid and second lowest bid was received from TC Construction Company Incorporated of Willoughby Hills, Ohio. It was found to be in conformance with all contract requirements. TC Construction Company was the second lowest bidder and has demonstrated their ability to complete contracts of similar size and scope specific to this project as a primary contractor through their past performance on city projects. Pacheco Cement, the low bidder at $807,930, displayed a track record of performing quality work according to the references they provided. However, their work history only showed experience in completing projects that were substantially smaller in size as a primary contractor. Also, regarding the scope of work, they did not demonstrate enough experience applicable to pavement replacement on public industrial streets and the associated maintenance of traffic operations on the same. It's therefore recommended that a contract be awarded to TC Construction Company Incorporated in the amount of $829,650. The scheduled final completion date for the project is June 30th of 2026. Thank you.
Council?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Move to approve.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Okay, ordinance number 25-0-084 has been approved. Next is ordinance number 25-0-085.
An ordinance accepting and awarding a bid contract to Phillips Paving LLC for the 2025 Mentor Facilities Paving Project and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President, and this is our annual paving for city-owned facilities. Mr. Swigger?
Filipiak. Bids were open on Friday, August 15th for the 2025 Mentor Facilities Paving Project. The project will provide asphalt pavement repair and resurfacing at Wildwood Cultural Center, at the Mentor Community Recreation Center, Harbor Drive, Mentor Lagoons Marina Driveway, and the Mentor Cemetery. Cemetery work also includes the extension of 2 roadway sections. The seven bids received range from a low bid of approximately $412,000 to a high bid of approximately $538,000. It's been determined that Phillips Paving LLC of Chagrin Falls, Ohio, submitted the lowest total bid of $412,700. The engineer's opinion of probable construction cost was $451,000, and a review of the bid from Phillips Paving indicates it's in conformance with all contract requirements. Thank you.
Council?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Move to approve.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Ordinance number 25-0-085 has been approved. Next is ordinance number 25-0-086.
An ordinance declaring permanent parcels located in the city of Mentor within the Old Village Commercial Corridor, the same being permanent parcel number 16B0490000060, 007, 008, 009, and 025, to be economically distressed as defined by section 1137.10 of the codified ordinances, approving pursuant to section 3.09B of the charter and section 1158.03C of the codified ordinances, a planned infill development overlay for these parcels and declaring an emergency.
Joe, I'll come to you first, if it will.
Yes, thank you, council. It's probably it is the first opportunity to utilize the code amendment approved some years ago by the electorate for economically distressed property. For the public, most of you probably know these as the properties that are adjacent to the old Mentor Hardware building by Little Mountain Jackson and Route 20, very, as you know, vacant for many, many years. So this ordinance would determine, pursuant to the charter amendment, that these are economically distressed. As such, a proposal can then move forward for the planned infill overlay designation. And what that allows for is ground floor retail and commercial space, as well as upper floor residential apartments that would be constructed, along with additional site improvements, of course. And that is consistent with the amended development agreement the council recently approved. So if approved, then the project can then move forward. We have some other pieces to fit legislatively, but this obviously is a critical step. As with any rezone, a public hearing is required pursuant to the code, and so that'll be scheduled at a future meeting.
Okay, so then your recommendation is that we put this on first reading?
Yes, that is necessary.
Okay, but before we go there, Ken, do you have anything that you'd like to add?
I would just add that I think council is very familiar with these properties, and they certainly meet the definition of economically distressed, having not been in any usable service for at least 2 decades. In addition to that, the properties themselves had been scheduled for a hearing as early as the middle of 2023 to be cleared, to determine whether or not they were unsafe and unfit for human occupancy, as was felt to be the case by our chief building official at the time. So I don't think there are any properties that would better fit into that definition at this point.
Nope. Council,
Move for first reading?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Okay, ordinance number 25-0-086 will be read again at our next meeting, which will be the second reading. Moving on is resolution number 25-R-113.
A resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Ogonchik, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This resolution sets the property tax millage, or authorizes it based on what the County Budget Commission approved as a part of the city's 2026 tax budget.
Move to suspend?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling? Yes.
Okay, resolution number 25-R-113 has been approved. Next is resolution number 25-R-114.
A resolution declaring the official intent and reasonable expectation of the City of Mentor on behalf of the State of Ohio to reimburse its Blossom Road Storm Sewer Fund for the Blossom Road Storm Sewer Project, CG63AC /CG64AC, Hoos/Cannon Ridge Resurfacing Fund for the Hoos Road Resurfacing and Cannon Ridge Drive Concrete Road Reconstruction Project, CG38AC /CG39AC, Mercantile Drive Resurfacing Fund for the Mercantile Drive Concrete Road Replacement Project, CG36AC /CG37AC, and Hopkins Road Fund for the Hopkins Road Resurfacing Project, CG04AB /CG05AB, with the proceeds of tax-exempt debt of the State of Ohio and declaring an emergency.
Wow, that was a lot.
A lot.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President. And Mr. Ogonchik, again, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This resolution was something that our representative from the Ohio Public Works Commission suggested that we adopt just to cover the city in situations where we may have to seek reimbursement of funds because the city directly paid a contractor for construction. Right now, the way that it works is the city will pay the construction contractor its local portion of the funding, and then the state will pay the contractor what the state's covering. So this is just kind of to have in place in those situations where we may have to pay the contractor the full cost and then seek reimbursement from the state.
So we'll end up having to do this on every OPWC contract?
It did.
After,
I think the question was raised earlier today, whether or not we could just pass a blanket ordinance
Yeah.
authorizing them for all OPWC funds accepted, but turns out that we did look into that, and they would ask us to do it for each project. Again, we have to be granted projects first, and we've been very successful at that in recent years, so.
so this is kind of the action then that closes that out for us, I guess.
It ensures that we can recover funds in the event that a contract perhaps doesn't get, We ran into this issue, I think, originally because there was a lien that was placed on one of the subcontractors and from one of these projects. So it created this scenario, and this was recommended, as Mr. Agonchik had mentioned, through our representative
Okay.
supervising these grants through OPWC.
Okay. Counsel?
Move to suspend?
Second?
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Move to approve?
Second?
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
yes,
Resolution number 25-R-114 has been approved. Second readings, we have none. Third readings, we have none also. Ken, manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. Council, just some updates on some of the road projects that we have. Again, because our OPWC projects can't really go out to bid until after July, beginning of July. We see a lot of work being done at this time of the year. So our Corduroy Road resurfacing is scheduled to begin on Tuesday, September 9th. Lakeshore Boulevard resurfacing project has been going along pretty well. The milling base repairs and the intermediate asphalt layer are finished. They're doing casting adjustments and some concrete repairs right now, and the surface course is expected to be installed in about 2 weeks. That project is scheduled to be complete by September 30th, so we think that they'll hit that target date. Hoos Road resurfacing, which I know, Council President, you were asking about earlier, and the Cannon Ridge concrete repairs, again, both of which are OPWC projects, have been slightly delayed. They will begin Monday, September 8th, but they're scheduled to be substantially complete by September 22nd, so a pretty short schedule. Traffic will be maintained with flaggers on Hoos Road, while Cannon Ridge will have a one-way northbound traffic pattern maintained during the entirety of that project duration. Good news at the Marina Channel project that they continue to make progress, and the week of September 15th is targeted for the removal of the sunken barge, which is a welcome sight, I know, for boaters out there for decades now. So that will really change the complexion of that channel overall. And then just a reminder to our residents that there are only 2 more Fridays left for the Mentors Farmers Market at Garfield Park, and that goes from 2 to 6 p.m. That's all.
Thank you, Ken. Clerk's correspondence. Julie.
Council's in receipt of a liquor permit transfer from C&B Inc. to Menor Supermarket Inc. at 7294 Lakeshore Boulevard. And that is all.
Okay, commission committee reports. Council, you are in receipt of meeting minutes from the Community Arts Commission dated June 5th, 2025 and July 10th, 2025. So old business, actually I've got 2 pieces for old business. And Ken, this is the time of year where the weather's turning cold and people's thoughts turn to curbside leaf pickup. And we've been doing the yard waste program now for, how long have we been doing that? Do you have any idea?
Probably 20 plus years, over 20 years.
I personally think it works really well. I have a lot of trees in my property. Some of my compost and, others I put out for the yard waste collection. But can you give us like a rundown of what we do now versus why we don't do curbside leaf pickup?
Sure, and I know that some communities do curbside leaf pickup, and that number is small in number, and it's probably a shrinking number as well. In our case, I think the city made a decision decades ago to really go with a weekly pickup to allow residents to be able to pick up their leaves at their pace. Obviously, we know here in Northeast Ohio that leaves don't fall all at once, and those communities generally that do curbside pickup will only be able to do a few rounds of pickup. So if you're unable to meet their schedule, then you're in a very difficult situation. You're forced with having to collect your leaves in some fashion and transport them, or just simply leave them until the springtime. The other part of the decision for the city not to move toward curbside pickup is that obviously there is significant human effort involved in that, and different types of equipment, vacuum trucks that the city would have to purchase. But the main reason for that is, number one, as I just mentioned, not as convenient, because you wouldn't see a weekly service for that. But secondly, because of our storm sewer system that the city maintains, you find that very often leaves end up clogging up those stormwater systems. And our city has invested many millions of dollars over the last 15 or so years in improving our sewer system, doing regular maintenance, adding detention areas to avoid some of the larger flooding events that we would see with heavy rains that we saw probably most recently in the early 2010s, 2011, 2014. We had some days where we had this chamber full of people who were looking for solutions. So we try our best not to place impediments near the roadway that will absolutely clog up our sewer system. And then, of course, the weather is unpredictable. So if you had a program that ran deep into the fall, now you're intermixing that with snow collection efforts. The same crews in our city that would be working on preparations for snow removal now would be engaged in leaf pickup. Again, with the shortened season, we do a lot of roadway repairs and maintenance, such as crack maintenance, as deep into the fall as we can. So it would require separate crews for that. And again, in our opinion, a much less efficient operation. So as most of our residents are already aware, as we get later into the season, we increase the number of bags that you can place at the curb. We still extend that into now the second week of December for leaf and grass collection. And by the way, that also includes grass clippings as well. So any organic material, including branches and branches up to, I think it's 6 inches or 4 inches, I can't remember off the top of my head, but cut into lengths of no greater than 6 feet are also collected by the city. And most communities would not include those components as well. So we like to think of our program as comprehensive in nature. It allows people to work at their own pace, and it avoids congestion in our storm sewer system that would otherwise likely lead to some property damage that I think is a much worse scenario than having to place those bags at the curb. And finally, I'll remind residents that the city pays for 100% of that collection. So while you get residents do see a small fee for waste collection and recycling, the city picks up 100% of our yard waste collection.
Good. And I think it's the most efficient way to remove yard waste.
Mr.
and-
I'm
Jen-
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hey, Jen. Just wanted to ask, didn't we a few years ago have an instance where the leaves did not drop and we extended it? I know it was a cost, but that is a possibility. Like you said, nobody has any idea. The weather's been crazy this year. We've gone from 30 to 90, down to 60 and whatever. So I realize it was a considerable cost that was
We have
incurred,
had-
but
Yes, Councilwoman, we have had years where we've extended that pickup. We've had years where our crews have supplemented that pickup through their own effort. And, we're very fortunate to have a good working relationship with one of the local companies in town that takes most of that, if not nearly all of that yard waste. So I think to Councilman Blake's point, I think it's a very efficient system. I think it exceeds what most communities offer. And in fact, we get a lot of inquiries from other communities that look to emulate what we do here. So if Mr. Vernon were here, he could probably fill in a few blanks on some of the details. But overall, I would say that we get very few complaints about not having leaf vacuumed pickup. And as well, I would say that the Area Office on Aging, you know, occasionally, I know some of you may get a call occasionally from seniors in the community, and we would encourage those seniors, if they're unable to physically perform that work, the Area Office on Aging can provide some recommendations on local contractors that will be able to help out with that effort as well, and we would encourage them to take advantage of those services.
That's fantastic. Okay, thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
All right. So I have one more thing under old business for myself. At our last meeting, we removed a CUP for a car wash. And as a result, Law Director has put together a approval of findings of facts and conclusions of law related to the denial of the CUP for the express car wash concept. So I'm going to turn this over to Joe, our Law Director, and he'll guide us through that.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President, members of council. The decision to not issue a CUP is administrative, not legislative in nature. What's the significance of that? It means that as an administrative act, an applicant that's been denied a permit can file an appeal to the Lake County Common Pleas Court. It's called a 2506 appeal, and have that decision reviewed. If they do file an appeal, they have not to date, but were they to file an appeal, the record that's been established in the various commission and as well as council here would be compiled, the transcript of the proceedings would be prepared, and the local rules of the Common Pleas Court require the administrative body submit findings of fact and conclusions of law related to the decision. So while no appeal has been filed to date, were it to be filed, we would have to satisfy that local rule requirement. So you've got the draft, as the President indicated, in front of you for findings of fact and conclusions. It is not so time sensitive that you have to act on it tonight. If there is some additional discussions that you have to conduct publicly and see if there's any changes, additions, corrections, deletions that you want to make to it, you do have time to do that. If the majority of council believes that it's correct and comprehensive, then by all means I would request you act tonight. Simple motion to adopt these as your findings of fact and conclusions of law. Again, reference the Express Wash Concepts CUP application.
Thank you. Council?
Mr. President, I would move to adopt.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Okay, the approval of findings of facts and conclusion of law has been accepted. Right, Joe?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll pass this down, and that becomes part of it. Council, any other old business? New business? Hearing
Mr.
none.
President, Mr. Flipiak, Mr. Kaminsky, congratulations on another outstanding season for Men of Rocks. Every year, I think we can't do any better, but we seem to do a little bit better each and every single year. Great acts, ever had fun. I've talked to people that came in as far as Erie, and someone that came in from outside of Maumee. So traveled a great distance to come here and see the different bands. And I know Mr. Kaminsky got a little nervous a couple of times with different acts or 100 kids on the stage, but it worked out really well. But your department is truly amazing, and just like the rest of our departments. But to put that on, week in and week out for 13 weeks plus 4th of July, it's really a great time and great performances. Thank you.
Hey, Council, any other new business? Hearing none. Persons before council, I think the first time in like a year, we have none. There's nobody.
Move to
Right.
adjourn.